The skyline of Orlando seen here during a gorgeous sunset. Quite a backdrop for our broadcast tonight. The week is starting off right. Monday night, and 2K Sports presents the NBA. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. And here's a look at some numbers for Gordon.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage, and it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
And let's go straight over to David Aldridge for a report before the tip-off. Hey, Dave.
Well, Kyrie Irving rediscovered his maternal lineage with the White Mountain family of the Standing Rock Sioux tribe. He lost his mother at a young age, and by connecting with her roots, he's found a piece of himself. The tribe gave him the name Little Mountain. Kevin?
Great story, D.A. Thank you. Clark, you admire rebounding. You are a terrific rebounder yourself. What makes these teams so great on the glass?
Well, Kevin, a few things. One, they emphasize it. They prioritize rebounding the basketball. And then they send everybody to the glass. A lot of guys for each of these teams goes to the board, and the work ethic is outstanding.
That hustle, and you were a hustler, but I know you admire that as much as anything, don't you?
That's a big part of rebounding, hustling.
So the net starting 5. Irving and LeVert are at the 1 and 2. Prince and Durant are at the 3 and the 4. And it's Jordan in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the Magic, Fultz and Ross pair up to make the backcourt. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. And it's Isaac in at the small forward. Now, here is Irving. What a tremendous game he played against Toronto. Fultz looking around. Here's Vucevic. No good on that one. Good D by Jordan. Here's Prince. It's hauled in by the Magic. To the inside. Durant with the steal. They push it up 4 on 3. It's good, and he makes his first shot of the game.
Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
And Fultz gets it to go.
Like that explosion to the basket. Fultz can turn it on so quickly. He's past you before you know it. Quick as a hiccup.
About a minute played so far here in the first. Now, here is Irving. Defense is right there. Jordan trying to free himself up, and it's Irving missing.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Fultz with the ball. Guarded now by Durant. Here's LeVert. Oh, and he pucks it off the glass. Wow.
You know, currently they're just 1 of 5 from the field. That's not going to get it done.
And the shot goes in from Fultz.
Really easy to appreciate Isaac, Kevin. I mean, a solid teammate who's always ready to share the sugar.
And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. Now here's Irving, guarded by Fultz. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on Vucevic.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops. Greg, you get so caught up in how great Durant is at scoring that you forget sometimes about his other terrific offensive skills.
You know, KD doesn't really get a lot of recognition for his passing, but he has fantastic vision. I mean, arguably, he might be the most underrated superstar ever. Sees so many double teams and does a great job of getting the ball out to open teammates.
Really always a plus to have a big guy stroke it from the line like that. The soft touch on full display.
Over in the corner, Isaac. Four on the shot clock. Here's Gordon. Nice defense from KD.
Fantastic positioning there to contest that one.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, he challenged his shot, and you can see the effects on the release of that shot. I mean, it turned a simple jumper into a tough one.
Now in his 6th season in the NBA, hard to believe Aaron Gordon is still just 24 years of age.
Not much older than some rookies coming in. You wonder what his ceiling will be.
And he makes the first.
And one of the more transcendent athletes in the game. Aaron Gordon still has some untapped potential. He could make a big leap.
So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. And Greg, we've seen Gordon playing in a slower paced system. He was asked to play at the small forward.
Not ideal, Kevin. He's better off as a small ball power forward, getting out in the lane and using those springs to rise over the deep. Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Nets trail by 3. On the wing, Irving. Guarded by Fultz.
Excellent timing that time from Fultz. And I like the edge that he plays defense with. That's impressive for a young guy.
And the basket by Gordon.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now, here is Irving. He's a guy we see deliver on a nightly basis, averaging about 24.5 points a game. Now, here's Fultz. He's covered by Irving. Fultz, the pass to Vucevic. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Here's LeVert. And again, no good by Brooklyn. And so it's Ross. He brings it up for Orlando. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
Well, it helps when your opponent makes that many mistakes. I thought that was the story of the game.
Yeah, I think that was a big part of it for sure, as it is anytime you make a bunch of mistakes. All they had to do was follow their game plan, and that's exactly what they did.
Here is Durant. After the made shot from Nikola Vucevic. Jordan, the pass to KD. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Outside Gordon. Out to the right wing. Shoots from the right block. Count that one from Isaac.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
Nets trail by 9. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. Scouting reports very detailed, Clark. Talk about the types of insights those scouting reports would reveal about your team and your opposition.
Typically player tendencies and team tendencies. How do they win? What areas are they really strong in? A team being excellent on the glass or tremendous in transition offense or very physical. I mean, just those types of nuggets that you would have for a team and then individual players so that you could try to position them to not be at their best by what you did to counteract them.
Good explanation.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
You know what, guys, honestly, I didn't think he'd win that battle. I mean, that's a lot of height to give up.
Now here's Fultz. What a tremendous game he played against Utah. Vucevic, the pass to Ross. 6 on the shot clock. Gordon kicks to Ross. Shoots over LeVert. And there are the Magic with another bucket.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far. And if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
Here's KD. 26 points for him last game against Toronto.
Yeah, but the rebounding in that game as well was just tremendous. I mean, he dominated the backboard.
Now here's Jordan. They trail by 9 points from about 19 feet. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Yeah, Jordan is aggressive as a rebounder. He uses his massive body, athleticism, and long arms to wreak havoc on the glass.
KD against Gordon. The jump hook. The shot will not fall. Some solid defense there from KD.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone. Really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
Spencer Dinwiddie's checked in for Brooklyn. Prince, the pass to Irving. Durant with it. Launches a three. That will not drop. Still looking for his groove. He's 1 of 6 so far from the floor.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Man, I love seeing Ross finish at the basket like that. Even when the defense is up into him, he focuses, concentrates, and stays with the shot.
And the 6'7" swingman, Terrence Ross, the number 8 pick out of Washington.
Well, you know, the shooting and leaping ability of Ross, phenomenal. I mean, I think the defensive end is where he can solidify his game and really improve. He's got all the tools, though, to be an excellent two-way player.
Jared Allen's checked in for Brooklyn.
And a great front office in Brooklyn. General Manager Sean Marks taking over in 2016, and he just signed an extension.
And you know, guys, that San Antonio tree has some great branches on it all over the league, and he's one of them. I mean, he's been a player, a coach, has worked in the front office. Marks understands all sides of the basketball business.
Clock is at 3. On its way from Irving for 2. The putback, and there's Jordan putting it right back in.
Excellent awareness of where to be on the offensive boards. He did it with great positioning.
To the paint, poked away. Here's Gordon. No good there. The Nets go the other way with it. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Orlando.
And they were able to take the season series in that matchup last year. But overall, two teams that were very similar in the standings.
Yeah, they were able to make the plays to come out on top, but it really could have gone either way. And you could say the same for tonight's game.
Another miss by Orlando.
Fantastic positioning there to contest that one.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, he challenged the shot, and you can see the effects on the release of that shot. I mean, it turned a simple jumper into a tough one.
Magic leading by 5. Here's Isaac inside. Vucevic with the bucket. Vucevic has got his second basket of the night.
Well, that's just strength there. That's what we call weight room. The power of Vucevic on display.
And so it's Irving. He brings it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Pass to Dinwiddie. Lobs it up for Jordan. No good on the shot.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
I don't know if there's a player in the league that has better handles than Kyrie Irving. As a matter of fact, his handles are as good as any I've seen in the history of the game. Smooth, crafty, cunning. Man, it is so much a joy to watch this guy do his thing.
Shooting 2.
That free throw good from Kyrie Irving. Mark, the level of nuance in the footwork that keeps evolving every few years. Talk about the changes that you have seen from the time you've played to the exquisite footwork we see now.
Well, you know, some of my peers would say that these guys are being allowed to walk and
Yes.
have it talked about as good footwork. So you work with Reggie and other guys, and I hear them all the time saying guys are getting away with carrying the ball and so forth. But the footwork is pretty good. I mean, when you think about it, the step-back three-point shot, the ability to make plays off the dribble, all attributed to footwork. I think it's just an evolution of the game. As players see more and more of excellent work on the court, they're able to emulate it a lot sooner and a lot better.
Here's Augustine following the bucket by the Nets. Pass to Bamba. Wide open look. Brooklyn with the rebound. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
And it was one of those games where it was just hard to get anything going, and you could see frustrations emerge.
And you know what? Even though it was a frustrating night shooting the ball, they found a way to get it done and pulled it out. And a win's a win, and that ultimately is all that matters. Great pass that time by DJ Augustine.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Magic?
You know what, guys? It looks to me like they're really in sync here, all on the same page. They've already got a bunch of assists.
Yeah, they're showing some muscle also in the first half as well, and getting a lot of their points in the paint. Really like the balance they've shown.
Wilson Chandler's checked in for Kyrie Irving.
And you look out there at the Magic, one of the taller teams in our league.
And, you know, that's a philosophical bent for the front office. They want long, athletic players. Draft guys with great length and then develop their strength and skill level. And I actually kind of like that approach. Have a philosophy, stick to it, and be true to it.
Now here's Allen. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Chandler against Augustine. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Releases.
You know, the offense is sputtering a bit here, starting to fall behind.
Yeah, it's been a cold start, no doubt, but they've got to find a way to put some points on the board.
Pass to Birch. Not going to go that time. The Nets go the other way with it.
And he might not be a household name just yet, but Joe Harris is one of the game's true dead-eye marksmen. You can make the case he's the most underrated shooter in the league.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Harris. Maybe not the most famous beard in the league, but Joe Harris's beard last year, Greg, drawing some notice in the NBA.
The lumberjack look belying his feathery touch. Good size and strength, enabling him to play the small forward position when needed.
Here's Bamba, and good. Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustine.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
And even under pressure in close, I think they've still done a good job maintaining concentration and converting the opportunities.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
That's exactly how it should be done. Get the bump, concentrate on the shot, and you'll get the bucket too.
The Nets shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
And comparing to the numbers of last season, they've made a bit of improvement. So that's some positive momentum they can look to build on.
Now here is Augustine. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Bamba's shot is off. And Al Farouk Aminu gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. The Nets have made the most out of their opportunities at the line. They have yet to miss in 7 attempts.
And a great track record in the draft for the Nets. Caris LeVert selected with the 20th pick, and Jared Allen taken at 22.
And you might want to throw in guys too. Rodions Kurucs, the 40th pick in 2018, had a big impact, even participated in the Rising Stars Challenge. And, you know, sometimes you've got to make your own breaks, make your own good fortune, and that's exactly what the Nets have done.
1:36 left in the first quarter of the game. Fournier against Dinwiddie. Fournier pulls it down.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Aminu, the pass to Birch. Back to Aminu, over Chandler. No good off the front iron.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Orlando leading by 4. To the middle. It's intercepted. Harris with it. He has 5. There's 45 seconds left to play in the first. Claxton with the bucket.
How about the perseverance there, the extra effort on that offensive glass?
They play the clock right, they can go 2 for 1.
Just got to time it up right.
Dinwiddie against Augustine. It's Fournier on the wing over Harris. They grab their own miss. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Magic lead by 4.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder.
And night in and night out, that's what he provides.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
Augustine looking around. To the left wing. Here's Aminu. No good with the triple. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Magic lead by 2. 2K Sports back in a moment from the Amway Center. One of the league's best point guards, Kyrie Irving, had this to say about his competition.
In 2011, I came into a league where the point guard position was still being revolutionized, and now guys are solidifying that spot every single year. There are young guys coming in, but now we have established point guards that are franchise-changing point guards. And for me, having that competitive drive every single game, I know I'm going against an elite point guard every single game. So I think that now coming into the league, it's a lot different than it was before.
Some say, Greg, a golden age at the point guard position.
Yeah, and Irving right there with the best of them. He embraces the challenge.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And from what we've seen from Orlando, what do you guys see?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Nets. They've got Harris. He's out there with Spencer Dinwiddie. Wilson Chandler out there with Allen. And it's Claxton in at the 4 slot. Harris outside. And Bamba pulls it down. Magic leading by 4. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Kenny Atkinson, who's a native of Long Island, now has his dream job, coaching the Brooklyn Nets. He doesn't need praise or recognition. Instead, he's fueled by the fear of failure. He says, I always feel like I'm one banana peel away from never being in the NBA again. And Kevin, he's got his team playing with that same determination.
David, he sure does. Thank you very much.
Well, I tell you what, for Augustine being as small as he is, he's crafty and he's stronger than he looks, which allows him to finish through tough defense.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. The Nets making a switch here. Durant's checked in. And Clark, your love for the Buckeye State has never been questioned. What was the best part of growing up as a kid in Ohio?
Well, I think a number of things. One, having family around, extended family as well as immediate family, but also the sports love that exists throughout the state. And being able to experience that and enjoy that with my dad and siblings That's special. And having a career in basketball that I've had makes it even more special.
Here's Augustine. Kevin Durant picking up that last basket. It's Fournier on the wing. Dinwiddie covering. Fires from the corner, and he hits the jump shot. Bamba's got 9.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Dinwiddie against Augustine. The pass to Harris. Clock at 6. Outside, KD. It's 3-pointers off the mark.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Here's Birch.
Oh! Are you kidding me? You know, that kind of unselfishness, guys, from Augustine is really infectious, especially when it's coming from your point guard.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Dinwiddie outside. Here's Harris. Banked in off the glass. He has 7.
You know, Harris showing you he's unafraid to mix it up in there sometimes, which is a good way to balance his attack.
Now Augustine, looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. Tries it from 9. And Orlando again with the bucket.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Here's Dinwiddie following the score by Mohamed Bamba. Dinwiddie. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Bamba's got his 4th rebound in this one. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
The Frenchman Fournier, always looking to get the shot up, but really good at drawing fouls.
This is his first trip to the line tonight. And that one falls for Fournier.
And in a relatively short time, Fournier has really increased his role in the league. I mean, he's a player you have to guard and keep an eye on at all times.
Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Vucevic checked in for Khem Birch. Aaron Gordon comes in for Al-Farouq Aminu. And Markelle Fultz is subbed in for Augustine. And so Fournier nails both of them.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
One way to protect the lead, knock down those free throws, and 100% free throwing for the quarter. That's superb.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
For Brooklyn, they have shot the ball well from the free throw line, 8 of 9. First one falls for him. And Orlando making a change here. Ross is checked in. And both free throws good for Prince. Magic leading by 9. And here's Fultz. He has 6. On the wing, Gordon. Guarded by Prince. Gordon dishes to Vucevic. Back to Gordon. Over Prince. Once again off the mark, Orlando.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Irving finds KD. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Markelle Fultz.
You can tell Durant loves to play the game. Whether it's the NBA or a pickup at Rucker Park, this guy is balling 24/7. And at this point, there simply is no doubt that Kevin Durant is one of the great shooters to ever play the game. The only question is just where on the all-time list will he land when we talk about the unstoppable scorer.
And with Durant, perhaps the most amazing part, he can have quiet nights, Greg, of 30-plus points.
Kevin, his scores are just so easy for him that you forget you aren't supposed to see 7-foot sharpshooters doing it. He can score from anywhere in any fashion and can hold his own with any player in history in terms of how unguardable he is.
He's off on the first. Clark, among the bigs, which one do you think runs the floor the best?
Boy, I tell you, Anthony Davis is gazelle-like, and this guy is north of 7 feet tall and is just agile and quick in getting up and down. I think I'd put him at the top of the list. Clint Capella is in that category, and Giannis Antetokounmpo as well, but a lot of times he has the ball and is taking it rack to rack.
He does. He brings it up like a guard, and no one can stop him.
Nobody can stop that guy when he gets coming downhill at you.
Here's Vucevic. Good D by Jordan.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
They get it back. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. Jordan's got his third basket of the night right there.
Jordan very efficient in the paint because of his length. Close to the bucket, he's hard to deal with.
Here's Vucevic. The basket good off the assist from Fultz. 6 points for Vucevic.
And that's a nice possession. Did a good job to get that open shot.
Nets trail by 6. Now here is Irving. He has 6. Outside, KD. Nets with the new shot clock. And Jordan gets it to go.
You've got to be aware of him at all times. He's a bully on the backboards.
Here's Fultz. He's got 6. Ross with it. And Jordan sends it back.
Hey, get that weak stuff out of here. Take it home. Jordan is fantastic at rejecting those kinds of shots.
Well, the first thought from the D there was to protect the rim, so good idea to take the 3 in transition.
And here's Fultz after Taurean Prince hitting the 3. Fultz the pass to Gordon. Now Vucevic. Over Jordan. Vucevic with the bucket. Vucevic has got 8.
Vucevic possesses what I call a throwback big man game and really is most comfortable operating from this area of the court.
And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for Brooklyn. It's a 3-point game. Passes it to Durant. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Now Fultz. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. From 10 feet out, that one good for 2. He's got 8.
You know, Fultz has a nice feel for when to let the mid-range J go. I mean, showing a real desire to make this a deadly part of his game.
Now here's Durant. 11 points in the game. Short. Vucevic with the rebound. The Magic have gone 8 of 13 in the second quarter, well above the 50% mark from the field. 2 points. That one goes.
And that's a case where the deceptive strength that Ross has helps him score over the defense. You can't afford to take this guy lightly.
Nets trail by 4. Irving passes to LeVert. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen. And let's see what the Nets have coming up. On Tuesday, they'll be matching up with Chris Paul and the Oklahoma City Thunder. And then on Friday, they'll face off against Jimmy Butler and the Miami Heat.
And for that game against the Hawks, it's going to be an all-out battle. And you just hope they are rested and able to execute their game plan, as it's going to be a tremendous challenge.
Well, you look at the shots like that LeVert makes, and You have to be happy for the progress he's made because he's worked at it.
Now here's Fultz. He's covered by Irving. Down low, stolen by LeVert. And Prince with a clear path to the hoop. A huge slam, the perfect end of the fast break.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
You know, those kinds of plays can be difference makers, game changers, momentum shifters, especially in a close contest where 1 or 2 possessions can impact the outcome.
Here are the Magic now. After the basket by Brooklyn. Just 2 to shoot. For 3, Ross bangs home the trifecta. Ross has got 10.
Man, I like the three-point stroke of Ross. Gets it off so effortlessly. Man, he's got terrific form.
Irving kicks to Durant. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Magic leading by 3. Pass to Vucevic. The feed to Bamba. And it's Durant with the rebound. And for Brooklyn, they're shooting under 40% all in all for the game.
And you talk about the best defensive head coaches in the league. Steve Clifford has to be on that short list.
I would agree with you, partner. I mean, his teams play hard, they play smart, they play with discipline, and that usually is a reflection of the coach, and a good one.
Now here's Ross. He's coming off a 10-point game against Utah.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Jonathan Isaac, he's checked in for the Magic. And the Nets making a change here as well. Wilson Chandler's checked in for Durant. Nets trail by 3. And here is Irving. He has 6. Pass to LeVert. Can't hit that one. Great D that time from Vucevic. And now here comes Gordon leading the break. That will not drop. Still looking for his groove. He's 1 of 6 so far from the floor. Lobs it up for Jordan. And it's Jordan with the jam. That gives him a double-double in this one. 10 points and 12 rebounds.
Yeah, you got to respect the athletic reach of Jordan now. Throw it up, and he will bash in the alley-oop.
Now the pass to Vucevic. 1:29 left now here in the second. To the inside. Lets it fly. And Gordon gets it to go in on the assist from Fultz. 6 points for Aaron Gordon.
Kevin, for a young player, I like the way Fultz sees the floor. He knows and feels when a guy is open.
Nets trail by 3. Outside Irving. Passes it to Prince. Back to Irving. Fires from the wing. Count the basket. Irving's got 4 points this quarter.
I mean, the airtight handle of Irving, just leaving defenders in his dust.
Pass to Gordon. Over Chandler. Changes up. Vucevic trying to get open. Misses the layup.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Now here's LeVert.
Oh, that was worth the price of admission. And he doesn't always feel the need to get fancy on those dunks. But when Jordan does, he makes it something special. Just like that one.
Now here's Fultz. He's got 8. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Now here's Isaac. Guarded by Prince. And Chandler sends it back. And they'll keep possession. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And so it's DeAndre Jordan making things happen for the Brooklyn Nets. Between his points and his rebounds, he was a star for him in that quarter. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Steve Clifford. Steve, what's the focus going into the second half?
The big thing is they've got so much offense, and they have so many guys who come in and score. You got to play every possession defensively, and it's got to be every single possession.
Coach, thanks very much for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks, welcome back. Ernie Johnson alongside the Jet. That's Kenny Smith. The Diesel, that's Shaquille O'Neal. A lot of big-time action so far in this one. A nice show being put on tonight by DeAndre Jordan. He had 12 points, 12 rebounds, and 1 block. And from what we saw so far from the Nets, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
Well, one place they had the edge was on the offensive boards. They converted those extra possessions into points. Nothing is more demoralizing to a defense than forcing a miss and then giving up a second attempt. The offensive glass is going to pay big dividends for them.
Check. What'd you think about Orlando?
Ernie, you see this Band-Aid I got on my wrist? You know why? Because they're fouling too much. It's tough to get going in transition when the other team's shooting free throws. And also, I think they've been caught out of position and have been reacting way too much defensively.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of the game that's been so far. DeAndre Jordan has been sensational.
Well, with a double-double in hand through 2 quarters, you can just imagine what his stat line will look like at the end of this one.
Yeah, he's got that locked-in look in his eyes tonight, and he's not going to start taking it easy. I think he's going to be going hard until that final whistle blows.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Fultz and Ross pair up to make the backcourt, and it's Isaac in at the small forward position. And that's the group for Steve Clifford as we begin the second half.
Boy, Vucevic, so solid in all fundamentals of the game, and really an outstanding passer for a big guy. Well, we've seen Vucevic expand his offensive repertoire, guys, adding to his old school post game. He's now demonstrating perimeter shooting and playmaking ability, and that's opening some eyes.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, for Nick Vucevic, there were some great firsts last season. His son Philip was born in December, and then Dad made his first All-Star appearance. Nick is from a basketball family. He said, "I'll enjoy telling my son the stories, like my dad did with me. We'll see if he likes the game of basketball. I think he will." Kevin?
Well, DA, it's certainly in his genes. Thanks for that report. And Clark, as Vucevic has stepped out from that mid-range to beyond the arc, it's paying dividends.
Yeah, not only is he shooting the three-point shot when he steps out there, but it spaces the floor and opens up things for his teammates, and he's proven himself to be a pretty good passer. The face-up game proving just as effective as his post-up game, which makes him a hard cover.
Irving dishes to Jordan. The baseline J. Irving can't hit. And it's Fultz with the ball for Orlando. And stolen by Jordan. And here's Prince outside. Orlando grabs the miss. Vucevic has got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Ross. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Great appreciation for Ross. Never afraid of going into the contact on the way up. Well done.
And this will be his 2nd and 3rd shots at the line here.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good. So he gets them both.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Irving, good.
Boy, I tell you, I don't know if there's anybody better than Kyrie Irving close to the basket. He has a great feel for how to score inside.
Now here's Fultz. He's covered closely. Gordon finds Ross. Shoots over LeVert. Another miss by Orlando.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
Irving passes to KD. It's good. KD's got 13 points.
That's simply an outstanding play, working the size mismatch right at the rim.
Now here's Fultz. He's covered by Irving. Here's Gordon. And he slams it down right on top of Kevin Durant.
You know, it's clear that Gordon is one of the best dunkers in the game, always looking to bring the thunder.
Here's Irving. 12 points for him. Pass to LeVert for the tie. He can't get it to go. And Orlando the other way now.
And another miss. Ooh, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
It's never easy in the NBA, folks. I mean, great job by Gordon to just dismiss the contact and still score.
Ross against LeVert. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. The kick out to Irving. Off target from three-point range.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Isaac, the basket good off the assist from Fultz. Fultz has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Now, here is Irving. He's a guy we see deliver on a nightly basis, averaging about 24.5 points a game. The pass to Jordan. The Nets working the ball around now. Sinks the three-pointer. 16 points for KD.
And that stroke of Durant, effortless. I mean, easily pulling up from the perimeter. Textbook form. Beautiful to watch.
Fultz kicks to Gordon. Passes it to Isaac. 6 to shoot. Over Prince. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. Here's KD. 16 points for him. Pass to LeVert. For the three. And the Nets, another three.
And season 4 for Coach Kenny Atkinson with the Nets. You got to be impressed with the job he's done in Brooklyn.
Yeah, you know, Kenny is a hard worker. He's a bit of a grinder if you were trying to term what category he might fit into. And you see that in his team. And, you know, he admits it. He's getting better just like his players are. And that's a great, great statement because we're all hopefully getting better as we move forward.
Nets trail by 3. Irving dishes to Jordan. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one on Vucevic.
And this spot has always been Jordan's biggest drawback. He's never been able to make his free throws at even a modest rate, and teams are never afraid to put him on the line.
And he knocks down the first one. Orlando making some changes. Khem Birch comes in for Gordon, and Fournier subbed in for Terrence Ross. The Nets also changing it up. Allen comes in for Taurean Prince, and Dinwiddie subbed in for Karis LeVert. And so Jordan nails both of them. And it's Fultz with the ball for the Orlando Magic. They've led by as many as 11 points. Pass to Birch. Over in the corner, Fultz. And so it looks like the Magic will retain possession here. Well, we've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for Allen.
On the boards, he's been a much bigger presence these last few years than he had been prior. And he can be counted on now to make an impact with his rebounding. And that's a product of all the work he's put in down low.
And it's Vucevic missing. Brooklyn's gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. And it's Durant missing. Orlando leading. Here's Fournier. It's hauled in by Kevin Durant. KD's got his 4th rebound in this one. So for the Magic, Bamba is checked in for Vucevic. Aminu comes in for Isaac. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Markelle Fultz. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Harris is checked in. Nets have gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime. 5 out of 11. He kicks to Allen. Dinwiddie right side. Harris outside. Offensive rebound, Nets. Here's Allen. Connects in the foul line jumper. And the Nets lead by 1.
Always good to see a player like Allen expanding his offensive game, changing things up and keeping the defense honest.
Birch's shot's good.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
For Brooklyn, they've gone at a pretty good shooting pace. They're 6 of 13 from the field here in the third. Dinwiddie, the bounce pass. Shoots from 12. And Irving gets it to go on the assist by Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Augustine against Irving. Here's Birch. He has 6. Durant with some nice D.
I think he'll think twice about attempting that shot next time. The defense was right on top of him there.
The Nets making a switch here. Dinwiddie outside. Up and in on the layup. And now it's a 3-point Nets lead.
Hey, props to Dinwiddie there. I mean, Spencer, the closer he gets to the rim, the more dangerous he is.
Augustine with it. Now Bamba. Back to Fournier. Shot clock at 6. It's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will retain possession. And here on the 2K leaderboard are the teams with the quickest hands in the league. 5th on the list, the Magic.
You can't get careless with the basketball against this group. I mean, they'll pick your pocket, and no surprise to see them in the upper echelon as far as steals.
You know, dependable at defending multiple positions, Chandler has great value because of that defensive versatility.
Dinwiddie's shot is off. The Magic trail by 3. And at 6'6", Spencer Dinwiddie's tall for a point guard, but Clark, despite his size, very slippery off the dribble.
Yeah, he's ill-like when you talk about him off the dribble, guys. I mean, excellent change of pace, and he's got a quick first step. And once he gets in the lane, his size helps him be a good finisher.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
Well, when you knock down jumpers like that, it as well.
Now, here's Fournier, who's definitely a factor in their offense, averaging 12 points a game.
And the quick release of Fournier, man, he's so good at getting his shot off as soon as the pass reaches his hand.
Here's Harris. There's the pass to Claxton. Poke loose. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And Orlando has possession. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
So a moment now to see the story on Mohamed Bamba. He's really stood out for them over the past month. He's averaging about 7 points a game, 12 rebounds and just over 2 blocks. And his rebounding is what's most impressive. He's shown tremendous determination on the backboard.
And it's a big asset for this team. I mean, he blocks out on the defensive glass, and then he keeps balls alive at the offensive end.
6 on the shot clock. It's deflected, and they get it back. And the shot goes in. Nets shooting it quite well in this third quarter, 53%, and the offense is rolling. And here is Harris. He's got 7. Claxton the pass to Dinwiddie. And it's Orlando with the rebound. They've led by as many as 11 points. For the lead, the rebound by the Nets. Allen's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Out to Harris. Passes it to Dinwiddie. The Nets working the ball around now. The 3. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. 9 points for Spencer Dinwiddie.
It took a long time for him to get that first triple. Let's see now, though, if he can get going.
Here's Birch. Doesn't get it to drop for him. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. And it's Mohamed Bamba with the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Durant's checked in for the Nets. Irving comes in for Wilson Chandler. Harris passes to KD. Dinwiddie outside. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
In perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Now here's Fultz. 12 points for him. Bamba trying to break free, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Nets.
You know, I thought maybe they'd cool off a bit at halftime, but they've continued to bury the jump shots.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
Two free throws for Aminu.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Yeah, they're making the most of their opportunities at the stripe, and they'll need to keep it up to take the lead.
Now here's Dinwiddie. He's got 12. And Bamba pulls it down. Here's Birch. Here's Aminu. And the shot goes down. Aminu's got 4 this quarter.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Pass to Irving. Over Aminu. And Bamba pulls it down. And it's Fultz with the ball for the Orlando Magic. Trailing by 2. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
Boy, Fultz so good at getting to his spots and then capitalizing, Kevin. I like watching this guy score the ball.
Irving with the ball. Al-Farouq Aminu covering. Durant for 3. They get the rebound. Here's Allen. Lays it up off the glass. Allen's got his 2nd bucket tonight.
Boy, I tell you, this guy just does not quit on the boards. His energy is contagious, especially on the offensive glass.
Outside Fournier. Here's Birch. 1 second left, and he dunks it down.
Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, G.A., he knows what his job is. Patrol the offensive glass.
You know, that time I thought he did it with authority. Tremendous putback at a time when they really need it.
And we wrap up the 3rd and looking to be an exciting 4th quarter. And we're coming right back after this break to get the 4th quarter underway. And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. So it's Brooklyn now. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. Setting the floor for the Nets. Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Kyrie Irving is out there with Spencer Dinwiddie. And it's Harris in at the 3, the small forward. Dinwiddie's shot is off. Well, Orlando shooting at 51%. Really solid. They now take the lead. 9 points for Evan Fournier.
The penetrating game, the ability to get inside off the dribble, very important for this team. And Fournier is brilliant when it comes to slicing up the defense with his drives.
Here's Irving following the basket by Evan Fournier. Outside, KD. A three-pointer, no good.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones. You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
And again, it's the Nets missing. Orlando leading. Fultz the pass to Gordon. Harris against Fournier. Pass to Aminu. Kicks to Gordon. To the wing on the left. Here's Vucevic. Knocks it down from 7 feet. And the Magic lead by 4.
Oh, it's so smart and relentless on the offensive glass. Seems to me that Vucevic has that extra sense of tracking down missed shots. Seems to just have a nose for the ball.
And it's Irving missing. The Magic have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Outside Fournier. Here's Vucevic. And it's sent back by Allen.
It's really hard to shoot over Allen, which is probably why you shouldn't try to do it.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
It's tipped, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Gordon.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
Isaac's checked in for Al-Farouq Aminu. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Brooklyn. Now, here is Irving. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. The deep 3 from Durant. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got 3 assists now in this one.
That gives him his second 3 of the half with 3 total for the game.
Here's Gordon. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Jared Allen.
You know, you got to keep your feet if you're the defense, because once Gordon gets you off balance, he just goes right into the contact.
No good on that one. The Magic making a switch here. Ross is checked in. The Nets also changing it up. Prince is checked in for Jared Allen, and it's LeVert in for Kyrie Irving. He hits the second from the line.
And you can see that even though he ties the game up, disappointed he couldn't give him the lead.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Markelle Fultz.
Well, you know, he's destroying them right now, guys. This defense has to make an adjustment to try and cool him off.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, I was able to catch Kenny Atkinson's message to his team. We told him, hey, this game is there for you, but we got to go get it. 50-50 balls, getting to the basket. We have to give it all right now. Kevin?
Now here's Durant. Again, the Nets for 2. We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in. Here's Fultz. The shot missing. Good work defensively by KD. Shoots. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. Orlando trailing here. Down low. 9 feet out, and it's Gordon. That time on the assist from Fultz. 13 points for Aaron Gordon.
And Gordon's jumping ability combined with his reach make him a difficult matchup for any defense, especially when he's operating in the post.
Brooklyn's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. LeVert against Ross. A nice shot by LeVert. And the Nets lead by 2.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage. Never mind a layup. Come on now. My goodness.
Now here's Prince. Following the miss by Aaron Gordon.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
The Nets shooting a pedestrian 36% in the fourth quarter. The offense not doing their best work of late. KD with the bucket.
Boy, Karis LeVert has done a nice job elevating his playmaking ability, which helps him and his team.
Fultz the pass to Vucevic. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got his 16th rebound on the night. Ross against Dinwiddie. Outside Durant. Lobs it up for Jordan.
And that lob came from a mile away, and it was right on the money.
Talk about a long-distance connection.
I want to talk about those incredibly soft suction cup hands there, not only to make the catch, but to lay it in, too.
And here's Brooklyn. They're on a 13-5 run. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Markelle Fultz. That's his 3rd foul of the game. And out of bounds as the Magic will gain possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Outside Gordon. The pass to Isaac. Misses the 3. Nets leading by 4. Now here's LeVert. Softly drops in the floater.
And I like that they're not settling. Getting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Sometimes you just got to man up and take a tough foul in order to stop these free runs to the rim.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
And here are the Nets. They're on a 15-5 run here. KD looking around from outside the arc. And it's Karis LeVert with the 3. LeVert's got the lead up to 9 now for the Nets.
Yeah, the first half was one to deep 6 or forget. But in the second half, he's looked a lot better.
Now here's Isaac. Tight defense on him. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
And you know, guys, I like the fact that Isaac is adding different elements to his game, and the shot fake will only make him more dangerous.
He's off on the second.
Well, you know, he's still listed at 6'10", but when you see him standing next to teammates, guys, Jonathan Isaac is clearly taller. By the time he's done growing, he's projected to be a 7-footer or north of that.
And Isaac doesn't want that 7-footer label, something we've seen before with the guys like Garnett and Kevin Durant.
Yeah, I agree. There are a couple of things that go into that when you talk about guys not wanting to be listed at 7 feet. He grew up playing on the perimeter and still has an attachment to that part of his game. And then I think there's also the feeling if you're listed at 7 feet, you're going to get stuck inside. But even more than that, folks tend to look at you differently when you're a 7-footer because you appear to be out of the norm in a major way.
And so it's Dinwiddie who brings up the ball for Brooklyn. Outside, KD. From 12 feet out. Here's Jordan. Shoots over Vucevic. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Yeah, they've not missed a single foul shot this half, and that's taking care of business, fellas.
The Magic trail by 10. Fultz, the pass to Vucevic. Back to Fultz. 14 feet away. Dinwiddie with some nice D.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Now Ross, after Taurean Prince's three-pointer that didn't go. Here's Fultz. The shot's good.
Hard to overstate the muscle Fultz showed there. Excellent absorbing the contact on his way to the hoop.
Prince with it. Pass to Dinwiddie. Floats one, and it's good on the way in. Dinwiddie's got the lead, back up to 10 now for Brooklyn.
You know, he was a non-factor in that first half, but now he's making up for lost time.
And the shot goes in from Fultz.
Man, I love the energy Fultz plays with, Kevin. I mean, when he's deep in the paint, he's really comfortable going up to shoot it.
Brooklyn's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on three-point attempts here in the fourth. Dinwiddie passes to Jordan. Pass to LeVert. Three-pointer. Orlando grabs the miss. Isaac's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Makes it off the glass.
And for a near 7-footer, Isaac is remarkably agile. I mean, he's gazelle-like with his agility. Solid at knifing inside and does a good job driving to the goal.
Nets leading by 6. Now Dinwiddie. Outside, KD. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Dinwiddie's got 6 assists here tonight.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
Yeah, and Greg, you know, the only way that's going to turn around defensively is by stopping the outside shot, not getting into a shootout. They're not going to out-shoot out this team.
Now here's Ross. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Isaac. Jacks up a 3. Rebounded by the Nets. Prince wide open. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Prince has got the lead up to 11 now for Brooklyn.
And Durant just great at picking apart the defense. When they leave one of his guys open, he is quick to get the ball to them.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over. We've seen Kevin Durant really having a great game.
Just killing it from deep. They've got to be all up in his jersey at all times. Give him even an inch, and you're just asking for him to drop another triple on you.
A chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, DeAndre Jordan.
Yeah, and his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
I don't think anyone in this building saw this coming. I'm sure that of the players who these fans thought would beat them, his name was not at the top of the list. Here's Jordan after the made shot from Nikola Vucevic. Prince outside, fires the 3. No good that time. The Magic go the other way with it. And here is Isaac. Here's Gordon, and it's Durant with the rebound. Durant's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. That free throw good from Durant. And so Durant nails them both. The Magic trail by 11. Fultz kicks to Vucevic. Back to Fultz. Lets it go with a 3. Orlando getting another chance here. And it's Gordon missing.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Now here's Durant. Markelle Fultz unable to get his last shot to go. Ross against LeVert. Ross, that's good.
And whenever Ross is in attack mode, it's always a good sign.
Here's Dinwiddie. There's 1:17 left to play in the final quarter. And there's the pass to KD. Gordon with the defensive effort. Orlando's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Here's Ross. And misses it off the right side of the rim. The Nets shooting well. They're at 45%.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for Brooklyn.
Well, the one thing that jumps out in this game is the free throw shooting, which they did a much better job at.
Absolutely. A big plus. And oftentimes your performance at the line can be the difference in a game. And I think tonight we saw that.
And you can mark this one down in the W column. It'll mark their 23rd of the season.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
Especially because they're going to get together 3 more times this season, Greg. You love to get an opponent figured out early when you're going to be seeing them that often.
And as usual, some excellent work tonight in what was a quality big impact game for KD.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
Nets passing it around. Back to Dinwiddie. Pulls up. Claxton the pass to Caruth. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, G, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Kyrie. Nice win tonight. What was your thought process coming into the game?
You know, I was just going out there trying to compete on every play, trying to play as much defense as possible. You know, just sticking to our game plan. We had a game plan going in and we executed.
Got it done at both ends of the floor, Kyrie. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. So long, everyone.